This is our second check-in with each other this week, and we, as usual, are doing a 10-minute clean, guided clean in our cozy minimalist homes. I will bring the motivation. You can bring along a couple of rags that you can use, damp or dry, some mild cleaning liquid maybe, and some glass cleaner. Grab your supplies and let's dive in. Diane and Denmark here, rah, rah, rah. I'm a routines coach, and this year I'm working with you to help you to thrive and survive. On Monday, we worked in here for 10 minutes together. We did a declutter, and I've got a little update about the items that were on probation. This week's focus is the master bedroom, which is Flylady Zone 4. You can work along with me, or you can work along in another area. I know many of you have started watching the video first and then watching it again and working along with me. Doesn't matter which way you do these things, but the main thing is I want you to work along with me at some point, because I know many of you come to YouTube for inspiration, but it ends up being more entertainment and you're not actually getting up off your bahookie and doing something. So anyway, I'm going to start over there and let's see what we can find. Right, bedside cabinets. What do you have on top, or what do you have inside? Maybe you've got some drawers. And on the top, we keep it very basic here, just the book that I am reading, and I read every night before I go to bed. That's my essential self-care, my reading glasses, and we'll dust that off in a minute. And the only other thing, do you do this? Hubby, he loves to read chess games. That helps him to fall asleep. I mean, I can't even play chess, let alone reading a game. Anyway, we're all different. So in here, and we've got these roll-away ones from IKEA years and years ago. I don't think they actually make them anymore. It's part of the Malm series. I'm just going to roll up my telephone charger. And the only problem about this one is it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, and I forget what I've got in here. And that's why, as always, I love the Flylady system, because we're constantly seeing what we've got, and our focus this week is on the bedroom. It doesn't mean you can't clean other areas, but we're just focusing in on here. So I'm just going to quickly go through what I've got in here, dust it off. Let me get it right out. Wee duster. Right, and the top shelf is actually okay, but can get a little dusty, obviously. And in here, I've got one of the kids had drawn this for me years ago, and I had an extra frame, and I just keep it in there. It just kind of makes me smile when I see it. My kids are now 21 and 24, but yeah. So that stays there, right? Okay, and then the next shelf. Hold on, should we go down Periscope? Whoop, boop. Okay, so in here I have my hair things, because this is where I do my hair in the morning. If I'm looking a bit flat on the top of my hair today, I've been down on my bike for my sea swim with Vibeke, and when we came back, it started pouring with rain. And I've had my ear warmers on, my cycle helmet. So I'm a bit flat. Anyway, we'll zhuzh that up later. Right. Okay. So in here I've got hair things, and this hair dryer actually got one of our swaps. Woohoo! Right, so that can all stay. You may also want to clean out, hair brushes when you're in this area. Right, so and that's curling tongue thing, and that actually I got as a swap item too. So it's amazing what we get our swaps. Right, so those can stay, and then next shelf, down we go. Okay, so in here I keep a couple of candle holders. This is one that I got from my niece many years ago. Look at that, it says Diane. Obviously bought in the UK. There's not too many people called Diane in Denmark. Ha, Diane in Denmark, get it? Right. And some other little kind of, what do you call them? Just little decorative things, because I swap these around from time to time. But those can just stay in there right now. I'm just dusting off. And here we're coming to the socks. Okay, I've got fluffy socks, which I sometimes put in my feet. And I've also got these ones that I got from my daughter a few years ago for Christmas. And they're a bit weird when you first put them on. They've kind of got that kind of jelly stuff inside. But often when I go to bed and read a few chapters of my book, I put these on, and it's just a nice quick pamper. So those are definitely staying. Right, so nothing to declutter there. And then right down on the bottom. Ooh, now we're coming to the fun stuff. Right. And to keep my things together, I just use old boxes that we get from, gift boxes. And in here, I've got an old perfume bottle, which I have filled up with some lavender, like room spray, and one of those sleep things that you can kind of spray on your pillow. So I've just filled that up with that. And I've got some earplugs, I won't show you those, and a hanky, and a lip balm. And the other thing that I keep in my roll-away cabinet is some chocolates. And at the moment, I've got a nice marzipan, Danish marzipan bar, and some chocolate Easter eggs. Because that's another little pamper thing for me, that I sometimes get to bed early and have a few sweets, even after I've brushed my teeth. I know I'm such a rebel at 56 years old. Right, okay, so that is that in there. And also in the top, I keep an old notebook and a pen, because often, I have a thought and then it's gone the next minute. So I don't even have the chance to kind of note it down on my telephone. So I just keep that there. Right, that is it in there. And then let's go on to the top. Oh, hold on. I've just spied something. There's some bits of hair and fluff that get caught underneath the roll-away part of this. Okay, so I'll definitely be vacuuming later. My phone charger, that sits in there as well. Right. Okay, let's look at the top. And I'm really loving all the comments that are coming in where you can see how much you can get done by checking in with me, working on with me for 10 minutes a week. And I know I've said it before, but I don't do any sponsored content. I don't put any annoying ads in the middle of my videos. The best way that you can support me, I don't take money, I don't do memberships, is if you can share my videos in a decluttering group or a hygge group, because I would really like to get to 100,000 subscribers. Okay, so little plug for myself over. Back to work. So a quick dust off. And what have you got here? Have you got newspapers that you thought you were going to read and never got around to it? Books that need to go back to the library. Let me just go around the other side. And as usual, I'm going to shop my house. This used to be in my office. I'm going to put that somewhere else now, maybe back in the office, and bring another plant in. But I won't do that right now. We're just dusting. And I'll do a quick scoosh of the mirror and the windows there and there. But while I'm doing that, I'll give you a little update on the probation items. So an update on my probation items from Monday. I wore the blazer yesterday. Actually, I enjoyed wearing it, so that gets to stay. And I'll give it a steam in a minute. I wanted to show you the steamer. And the necklaces, well, what do you think with the necklaces? This one, I tried it yesterday. I'm keeping it for now. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. This one is a definite yes, nice and shiny. And this one is a definite no, so that's going straight in the bag for our next swap party. And I've realised it's because of the rose gold, and it's also got kind of not uniform pearls on it. And these ones that are meant to look like pink quartz. I really don't like pink quartz. I just feel it's kind of wishy-washy. And it's reminding me that I actually have a pink quartz necklace that hubby bought for me years ago. I keep my good jewellery hidden, heirloom stuff. No, not here in the bedroom. And I'm wondering maybe it's time to declutter that necklace. Anyway, do you ever steam your clothes? This steamer, I love the steamer. I actually got this as a swap item. It was from Vibeke like 2 years ago. I think I gave her, I had like a really nice handbag, and then she said, did I want that? She has one of the handheld ones. And you know what, I've used it all the time, because at first I thought, what am I going to use it for? But actually it's really good for anything wool. This is one of hubby's sweaters. And also things like, you know, if I've worn a blazer and I'm not going to wash it, I can just slightly steam it inside and here. And then I just let things dry and go back in the wardrobe. Today's sweater came from a clothes swap. It was a dress, but I cut it down. The shape was all wrong, and I wouldn't have worn it as a dress, but I like it as a sweater. Ooh, getting steamy. And I keep this in the setup in the guest bedroom. And then every couple of days when, you know, I've got some of hubby's sweaters or things like that, I give them a quick steam. And I don't want you to go out running out to buy one of these things, but it's just a little reminder that when we look after our clothes, you know, shaving, if you've got pilling on these sweaters, they can really last a long time. Okay, we don't need to be buying new all the time. And if you're not wearing it, donate it to somebody else, take it to a swap party. And these are my slippers. I love these slippers, and I said to hubby the other day, you know when you really love your slippers, when you actually pack them and take them away with you on vacation, because I took them to our summer house in Sweden at the weekend. So you can tell you're getting old when you pack your slippers. And they're really good, these ones. I love these ones. They've got the rubber soles, which are great if you've got a big old cold house and you don't slip. And they are made of wool, and what I thought I would do is I'm going to give them a little haircut. I've got a wool shavers, so I'll use that just to trim them up a bit. Woo! Time flies, but I think we got a lot done. Remember to shop your house, maybe bring in a different vase, move around the lamps. You don't need to be buying anything. And yesterday, out in the garden, we've got so many snowdrops. It's a kind of first sign of spring here in Copenhagen. And I dug up a little clump, as I always do, and I have this beside my sink, and it just gives me that little feeling like, yeah, spring is finally on the way. Sorry for those of you in the southern hemisphere, I know it's going the other way. Anyway, I shall see you again on Friday, where we kind of round off the week. I answer your questions. Ooh, there we are. And also I give you a choice of 4 self-care missions. I'm going to put my things away, and I'll probably do a quick hoover, and that will be me. So anyway, have a fantastic day. We did it, woohoo! And sending you off in your merry way with a rah, rah, rah. Okay, bye for now.